Society's views need to change about HIV in the sense that HIV is not only a gay condition. A lot of people think that you have to be LGBTQ or you have to be an IV drug user, you have to be all these different categories that they try to fit people into. And naturally, as humans, we always try to categorize and fit people into subgroups and all that. And HIV isn't like that. I'm a straight male living with HIV. I'm proof that you can get it from a woman. It can happen. I never used IV drugs before. And another thing that people need to stop thinking is that people who have HIV aren't deserving of having kids, or shouldn't have kids. They should really educate themselves about that. You know, when I was first diagnosed, that was one of the things that concerned me the most, is whether I'm ever going to be able to be a dad. Later on, with my most recent ex-girlfriend I was with for 2 years, she was pregnant twice. Unfortunately, we lost those babies to miscarriage, and that was a very difficult thing to deal with. And that's one thing that I think a lot of people think, that if you're positive, you shouldn't be able to have children. You shouldn't be able to have that right, because, you know, there's the 0.00001% chance, or whatever the theoretical percentage is that can happen. But the reality is, if someone's on treatment nowadays and undetectable viral load, they are not able to pass that virus on to the child. The mother wouldn't be able to. So I think that's one of the things that needs to change as well, is people's view on people having children who have HIV, and just that people deserve it. You know, I think a lot of people look at HIV of you got HIV because you deserve it, and in reality, no one deserves HIV. I don't care if someone's a sex worker and they had unprotected sex 30 times a night. For me, it's not the amount of times. Do I take responsibility for the actions that I took? Of course. But at the same time, I don't think that we should continue to shame people. I think there's a big difference between taking responsibility and saying that you put yourself in this position. No one asked for HIV. And in the end, it's not having the virus that matters, it's what we do with it that counts. And whether we're going to move forward, everybody's faced with a choice. So, you know, I choose to live how I live, and, you know, those are a couple things that I feel that society's views needs to change on HIV.